Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a ranked Smaland game for you, going over the matchmaking. This is the first time I've faced an FDR. Got a Petro for radar threat, Shimakaze, Holland, and an enemy Smaland. The map's north. I have my least favorite spawn down here on Sea Cap. Um, but I am in a ship that I feel is actually really flexible, so gonna go ahead and try to play this thing as I see fit. Now, if the video seems a little jerky, I did play this with number 2 sitting on my lap, and this is not going to be a clean game, and I make several mistakes, and it cost me quite a bit. So, gonna point those out as I come across them, um, and we'll go through basically what I could have done better. So initially, I'm gonna just try to push up here to C cap. I do know there is a CV, so I don't want to go just crazy close to the cap right out of the gate. Um, it, I am seeing torpedo planes. I don't think they're too big of a threat to me, so I'm going to turn out and I'm actually going to see if I can shoot down some of them to help my team. And I do get a decent sized flak hit on them. No plane shot down. I'm just going to shut my AA off and just resume my course, see what this FDR is gonna do. Now I've got a Shimakaze that's pushing middle, and that always really worries me, especially when there's a giant radar right in front of the guy. I think that's a very risky move. And yeah, he's radared. He's gonna take a bunch of damage, probably get killed. I don't remember if he dies right here or not. But I've decided basically with that Petro there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the 9 and 10 line. And the reason why I'm going to do that, um, I'm in a ship that I feel I can kind of hold my own as far as fighting the enemy DDs, um, as well as, I mean, these guns and torpedoes are fantastic on the boat. And who cares if I don't have smoke? I'm running AFT. I can farm battleships from range with with the guns. The torpedoes are great, working over uh, you know island hugging cruisers, battleships, all that kind of thing. So, and I also have the radar, so I can self spot over islands and stuff. So, I've got a lot of tools in my toolbox when I'm coming over here, and I don't think the Shimakaze is actually going to commit to coming down here. So I'm just going to start gunboating, and I want to start working on this stuff because we're on a real light flank, me and this Stalingrad. I'm actually trying to get this Stalingrad to reverse up around the island because he's going to get pushed. And if he gets pushed, he's going to get wrecked quickly, especially if the CV is trying to focus him, which it looks like that's what the CV is doing. That's the smart play by the CV. So I'm doing what I can, generate some fire pressure. Um, Maybe I get some torpedo hits. Just try to be a pest and keep the enemy team from pushing my Stalingrad as long as possible. Throwing some torps in here in case this Petro just wants to play the bow tanking game. And I'm just going to start shooting this Petro up. Nobody's really looking my way, and just want to keep the guns going as much as possible. I do get a fire on the Petro. Unfortunately, the Petro doesn't burn like Moskva and Stalingrad. It burns like a regular cruiser. So it's uh, it's one of the things that's a little difficult about that ship. Um, it's something that trying to burn that ship down. It's not like burning down a typical super cruiser. So I'm circling around. I want to get a feeling if I get detected, I know that the Shimakaze is close. I can pop my radar and just focus on him. I do get the spot on the Shimakaze up in the cap. So just going to keep trying to help out on this Petro. I do want to get inside 6 kilometers. I have the sneaking suspicion the Kerfur's hydro is down. And if his hydro's down, he's a golden opportunity for me to target with torps. So I'm just, you see I'm kind of zoomed out right here. I'm really watching this Kerfur's to kind of see what he's doing. I see he's kind of sailing away from me. So that's going to change a little bit how I launch these torpedoes. Enemy Petro goes down. And basically with him sailing away, I'm going to launch these a real tight pack because I'm expecting him to be able to angle away from these. And I'm going to let those run just a little bit. I'm going to get in behind this island. What I'm looking to do is see if I can bait this Kerfur's into opening up to shoot at me. If he does, I can duck behind these islands, and that's what I'm trying to do right here. I'm just going to let myself get detected, just briefly, and you can see he starts to instantly turn out, and as soon as he does, I tuck in behind the islands, and it's already too late for the Kerfur's. He's going to take a bunch of torps. Unfortunately, these torps hit like stuffed animals, so not able to put the Kerfur's down. Still going to keep shooting at this guy. I think I've got some unrepairable floods on him, trying to get that fire. There's the fire. So I'm just going to circle around. I think this guy's pretty much done for. I'm just going to let him flood and burn out unless he pops repair. My Venezia finishes the job, and that simplifies the matter for me. Now, I see the Shimakaze coming in. I'm anticipating he's going to try to run through C, so I want to intercept him. I pop the first of my super speed boosts, and I want to race up here. Now, minor mistake. I'm just saying, as soon as I get detected, I'm going to pop radar. I was dealing with the squirming, toddler on my lap. That was just all sorts of ugly, and the radar was wasted because the Shima had already tossed his smoke out. So pretty much wasted radar there. Just me playing pretty much like a potato, but I'm not done potatoing because I got a real potato fest coming up right here. So just staying narrow with this Hindenburg. I just want to get through, all of these shots that he's sending my way. And I'm just going to dump some torps as I turn around, and I'm going to engage this guy shortly once I know that I've got the cap. And again, just trying to bait this Hindenburg to sail into as many torpedoes as I can get him to go. So I see that he breaks the shot at the Venezia. His reload is long enough, it'd allow me the 4 seconds to cap. So I was instantly shooting. Do take a little bit of a hit here. Again, just trying to use this island here to my advantage, work around this island, get some gun pressure on this Hindenburg. Now here's the potato fest. I basically am not moving fast enough to do what I want to do. I want to get back around the back side of this island because this Hindenburg, he's coming. And I think that I should have cut a little further back in over here and played it a little more safe, and instead I'm kind of back and forth, and each time I turn it's costing me speed. You got to remember, Hindenburg's roughly 33 knot ship, so he's actually closing distance on me when this happens. Now I just straight potato right into the island here. Now when you do something like this, don't panic. It's not the end of the world. Well, it could be, but if you panic, you're definitely done for. Hindenburg, he doesn't come around the island like I thought he was. He just is coming straight ahead. So, yeah, it's all sorts of ugly. I see he's got hydro up, popping my engine boost. Now look here. I'm gonna stay angled. I'm keeping my rear gun going. I've switched to AP, and I'm presenting the narrowest aspect of my ship. I'm doing that as I try to sail toward safety for a few reasons. There's saturation, but as a DD player, sorry, I gotta pause it. If you angle, you got these shots coming in. You've got all of these modules lined up uh, on the superstructure of your ship, from your gun turrets, your torpedo tubes, all of your small caliber AA. You got all of these things that can help reduce some of that damage coming in. So, don't just give up the broadside of your ship and make yourself easier to hit. If I had done that there, I would have been dead. So now that I'm actually where I want to be, I've just lost all of my HP doing it. Now I've got to play super careful because this game, it's a struggle right now. I'm going to drift out here, just use this ledge of the island. Ledge of the island. I need to learn to English. And just go to work on this Hindenburg here. Ducking back in so he's not able to detect me. Now I am detected. Conqueror pops up. He's not looking at me, but just trying to finish him off just with my back guns. I do get a fire. Unfortunately, he repairs it after one tick. So I see that he didn't go down, so I know that I've got a Conqueror still back there. But I need to keep this Hindenburg from getting this cap, so I'm slipping back out here, using this island again while this Hindenburg spotted by my CV. Get the guy fully reset, get some fires going. Now this Hindenburg, he's either got to stop or he gets forced off the cap. Conquers, he pops out, he's stepping on my cap. I see that the FDR is coming out to play as well. I do get lucky with the fire there, burn that Conqueror down. And that gives us a ship lead and a slight points lead at this point. So, C-cap is clear. I'm going to spin around. I'm going to start focusing on this FDR. Now, I'm launching these torpedoes, basically anticipating that this CV is going to slam on the brakes in the cap. He needs to stall points for me. If he can, flip the cap. I'm not going to let him flip the cap if I can help it. But if he stops there, I want to whack him good with torpedoes. So that was the thoughts behind why did I launch those torpedoes so slow. I was anticipating the FDG or the FDR just slamming on the brakes and basically trying to delay the cap or cap it if he could. I did make a bit of progress there using AP. Now that the FDR is angling to me, really just zeroing in with the HE on his on the side plating of his hull, trying to hit the island superstructure. Not the easiest target to damage, but still getting a little bit of chip damage here and there. I do have torpedoes that are coming up here very shortly. I see rocket planes coming, and I've never been dropped by an FDR before, so I'm waiting to see kind of what to expect here. I'm gonna go ahead and get these torpedoes off. Hindsight, I think that this is a mistake. I think that I should just angle straight away and play completely safe. But I am gonna try to speed juke him, slowing down here, then speed up, turn in, and get a really wide pattern on those rockets. That's not so bad. Just gonna keep keep going. I'd like to repair my front gun, but I can't. I want to make sure that I've got the DCP for a fire or something like that. CV is really trying to line up a good drop here. I do get 2 torpedo hits. That's an unrepairable flood at this point, so this CV might already be dead. There's a fire. I'm opening up all my guns now, just kind of saying the hell with it. If I die, I die. Because this will leave the enemy CV low enough that my CV can just polish off that CV for the game. I get lucky, bag my first FDR, and win the game. So, a lot of action there. Uh, it was kind of a difficult game, made more difficult by me making mistakes. Hopefully me going over those mistakes helps people when they inevitably find themselves in that situation where you just did something dumb and now you got to try to recover. And, you play long enough, it happens to everybody. So, anyway, I hope you guys are having a good night. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. As usual, the build description will be in the video description, along with an invite to my Discord community. If you guys, if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. Sorry, I'm starting to run a little out of steam here. It's getting to be about midnight here, and it's been a long day. So, have a good night, guys. I will talk to you later.